So if you're a student or working a 9-to-5 job, by the end of this video, you will know the most aesthetic muscles to hit as a beginner in the gym, the 3 reasons why you can't follow a workout routine for more than 2 weeks, and how to avoid weight plateaus for the rest of your life by using the exact protocol I've used to gain over 22 pounds lean muscle mass while helping over 22,000 people do the same working in a sandwich shop for 40 hours a week. Alright then guys, so first here are all the muscles ranked from most to least aesthetic. At the top we have abs, the neck, delts, arms, back, chest, legs at the bottom. Now this isn't saying that you should only hit those 30-minute ab workouts, but when you are creating your workout routine, you should prioritize the most aesthetic muscles so then they'll pop out more, you don't have to lift as much, and you'll still look better in general. Here's some exercises you can do for each. At the very top is exercises that you don't need compound lifts for, you don't need any sort of equipment, it's just body weight. In between, the two in between are generally, stuff that you do in the gym, dumbbells, kettlebells, plates, whatever you do. Then in red at the very bottom are the compound lifts. These are the ones that you take about 2 to 3 minutes of rest for each and every time you lift them. Now, it's completely up to you how you want to train. Abs always look better than legs, for example, in the gym. All you're going to do is pick 1 to 4 exercises you like doing from each group. So maybe some planks, then you do dumbbell shrugs and trap bar shrugs, pike push-ups, lateral raises, biceps, think of triceps, start doing supersets, start doing compound lifts. This way, you aren't spending hours training on extra fluff that won't actually work for you. And I'm going to put up on the screen a sample workouts you can follow. Body weight only, some equipment, all the equipment in the world. However, you still have your 3 biggest problems when it comes to starting out in the gym. And these are, 1, you're too busy thinking about form and pushing the muscular failure, and all this stuff that you don't know how to do, that you have to do. You have to track all this crap, but you don't want to, and you just can't hit muscular failure because, well, you just aren't experienced. You don't know the mind-muscle connection, you don't know how to do it. The way that you do this is actually pretty simple. First, if you're so busy that you don't know what to do, just go into YouTube, right? Go into YouTube, just look up how to do barbell raises. Sample exercise. This will tell you all of these different links of advice of what you can do. If you're having trouble with, form, I need form help, I don't know what kind of workout I want to do, come back to this video. Join the Discord, we have hundreds of thousands of free workout PDFs. I'll work with you one-on-one, completely for free, tailor it for your 9-to-5, so you won't have to think about anything. When it comes to tracking your crap, yeah, it's optimal to track stuff, but you don't necessarily have to. You can just follow the 10% rule. So 10%, this is the volume you're going to add every single time you lift. No more. It's okay if you have less. I usually get around 5 to 7 now that I'm a few years into the gym, but 10% is usually a good amount of weight you want to be adding each week for volume. Volume, not weight. Keep that in mind, not weight, volume. And don't use the Notes app on your iPhone. Use this app called Strong app. It's on the App Store. It's on Google Play. And basically, it's a little log. It has, has a little percentage counter up top. You can write down notes, so about form, whatever. Has a little thing that tells you how many calories you've burned. All these different metrics so that you don't really know how to control. And even then, look, form advice. It has form advice on here by professionals, made for professionals like yourself. And lastly, if you can't muscular failure, what I recommend is 2 big problems why we can't have muscular failure, right? 1, technique. 2, we just aren't pre-exhausted enough. So for technique, right, go back earlier in the video. You want to spend more time in the gym, get more experience, that'll help you get more technique, watch some YouTube videos. For fatiguing beforehand, I recommend doing 100 push-ups before you do bench press, or 100 squats before you do barbell squat, right? This will pre-fatigue the muscles, especially when it comes to leg exercises. We don't really keep in mind how much bigger the legs are compared to the, upper chest, and we're like, oh, why isn't my chest fatigued? Well, the reason why is because your legs are just so much bigger. Lastly, what you might start noticing is that, especially if you're a heavier guy, or not if you're a heavier guy, but if you're a skinnier guy, if you have a certain medical condition, a whole bunch of things, you might hit a plateau in the gym really, really early. 3 reasons why. 1, your body might not actually be able to lift more right now. If your body is able to lift more, if you're just, if you have extra body weight, you're able to actually push up more weight. It might be because you've been changing everything about your routine. If you're changing everything about your routine constantly, then it isn't going to work. I would say that it takes at least 2 years for your body to truly see results because of the exponential curve, right? If you're changing something every 3 months or so, it's like you're gonna get this high, and you go back down, high and down, and high and down, and then eventually, yeah, you're gonna be up here. But if you just do the same thing every single day, then you're gonna be a lot higher at this 2-3 year mark compared to other people, simply because you were doing the same thing as everyone else, or you were doing the same thing every single day, unlike everyone else. Lastly, Might just be overtraining, honestly. If you're running 8 miles a day, which that's what I did, I ran 8 miles a day for like 3 months straight. I wondered why I had no gains in the gym, and now I know why. I was overtraining. So a good rule of thumb is like every 3 months, what I like to do is just take a 50% deload week. So 3 months, I'm gonna cut the weight I do usually by 50% and just lift at that during the week. It really depends on your body type and what stage you're in for if this will be effective or not. That's what I've found alongside the 10% rule. Make sure you don't add 10% more, 5 to 7% if you're reaching that sort of plateau that we reach as later lifters. This will help you avoid burnout. This will help you avoid hurting yourself for nothing. And yeah, that's basically it, bro. Keep doing the hard work, especially if you don't feel like it. Mwah.